Okay, hello. My name is Max. I am the owner of the agency RevScale, as well as this reporting tool we call RevScale Reporting. So, in order to onboard any brand or client or whomever, an agency with multiple clients, all we need is your read-only private API key. We cannot use the data or create any functions or actions in any way. We just want to be able to view it so we can extract it and visualize it for you. This Google Sheet will just have you add the API key here, and then it will get automatically added. And so if you have new clients, all you do would just add it here, and then it would show up the next day inside our dashboard. And to be very clear, this data is updated daily. This is a completely automated tool. The only thing that is not automated is segment performance, which we will clarify with you later into this demo. So let's get into it. This agency breakdown just shows a macro view of all your clients. You can toggle the last few years, or if you want to go to that last month, let's go to June 2024. Let's just go let's just make it even. Okay, and now we can see and track all the key kind of major macro metrics for all your clients. You can toggle this to see, maybe this campaign open rates are kind of faltering on some of these clients, and we want to identify the issue and correct it, right? This is a great way to see kind of like a gut health check of your clients, and go ahead and take action or show your strategist or AIMS this to, hey, check this every day, every week, every month. Let's do some health checks and identify any problems with the accounts and quickly, take care of them or perform some actions. So really helpful to have this macro breakdown. Let's go to the overview. So let's toggle this back to the beginning of the year. And then now we can kind of see the data for attributed versus unattributed revenue. Unattributed revenue. So attributed revenue obviously is email revenue. We can get the percents, how that's changed the last 6 months. You got your flow revenue, and with this white line being recipients, just to kind of see what's going on here. So we see like a proportionate downturn with the amount of people seeing flows. Maybe that's due to, the less traffic coming to the website and thus less people going into those main opt-in sequences. And we're seeing less traffic over time equaling to less flow revenue, right? Whereas campaigns, we're saying to more people, yet campaign revenue is still reducing. So it's maybe something for us to identify and take action there. Flow KPIs, click rate, RPR, campaign KPIs, same thing. Get your revenue by the Klaviyo channel. We can break out email and SMS only within Klaviyo. This tool is only for Klaviyo. It is not currently at this time for any other platforms. So flow, campaign revenue, you got your flow versus campaigns here. And just really nice if you want to just send a quick summary, to your clients, like screenshotting this, or you can get more granular with different views here. So if we want to dial in and see how the individual weeks progressed the last month, this is great for that. If you want to see months, even years, some people may want to get granular as well with, let's reduce this a bunch, and then let's go first, and then boom, this is all of June, right? And so there's a painting being pictured here basically, and it's up to you to discern, analyze, and discuss with you and your client what is important, what is notable. That's the overview. You can go to trends, and now we can kind of see it's kind of like the Shopify dashboard. And so if we can just toggle some of these, buttons here, we can also, paint a picture. So we see attributed revenue versus the previous period, or campaign revenue. This is the previous year, and it's marked by day. So we're just seeing the month of June. The white white dotted line is the previous period, the campaign revenue. Blue line is our current period. So compared to last year, it looks like campaign revenue was far greater, right? Same thing here. If we go to, let's go to a month, and then let's go to the previous month, and then let's go to week. Here we go. Let's click week here, and now we can see how revenue has changed just even the last 2 months, right? So if you look at flow revenue, Here, the previous period was 15K, and then this period, just in the first week of June, was 6K. Maybe there was a sale that was being done or something else, right? So really interesting to kind of play around with this tool and kind of identify like ongoing trends on a macro view sense. Okay, so flows. Yeah, we're having a lot of trouble with like kind of being able to just identify and filter through flows really quickly. So we kind of created this tool that was just so much quicker than Klaviyo in a lot of different ways and better, right? So you can conditionally format all the flows by all your metrics that you desire. So by revenue, we can identify, where the lowest performing flows, maybe something turned off, and we can also identify that week, if something happened, or this month. But you can also, toggle it through recipients, opens month over month, total clicks, toggle it back. So this post-purchase flow is getting the most amount of clicks. So this is great. Just to kind of like dive in a little bit deeper, if you click on one specific flow, it's going to show you the individual flow messages. And then if you get a flow breakdown, you can now map out, visually kind of like what's changing over time with all the flows or with an individual flow email inside. So this post-purchase email, number one, it's going to show you, let's go month. We can toggle these by day, week, month, and year. And we can go back to January like that. And we can see the changes here. And we have click rate, RPR, open rates, and revenues versus recipients. You can toggle it back to a table, and now you can see the data for those last 6 months, right? Or you can even break it out by weekly. So really helpful tool for diving into maybe optimizations for current flows, identifying issues. Maybe the pop-up turned off and you have a bunch of different welcome flows, and then you can filter, if we go back here, I can just go ahead and search welcome. And now I can see all the welcome flows for this client. We have a bunch of welcome flows actually. And so depending on, where the traffic's going, we have different pop-ups, and then we can then dial in further and see like, oh, okay, this beat flow pop-up and welcome series is there's not really running any traffic, and thus the revenue is faltered a lot. And it looks like, this one's starting to kick up a little bit. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different use cases, I think, for this flow tool inside of either identifying and visually showing optimizations over time, or just identifying, where things might be like falling off and the issues, around there. You can dive in really quickly and see that. So it's really nice to be able to see even just like these recipients, right? And how many people are even like seeing these flows, right? So that's the flow tool. For campaigns, we just have like, let's see if we can go to this table. Really similar to, I guess, like the Klaviyo view for campaigns, but it's just a little bit fancier, right? So we have this month, and let's go to June. Okay, and now we have all of the June campaigns. You have all the key metrics. If we want to go week by week, you can see the change over time with how revenues progress. Like the middle of the month was fantastic for the client. Some campaign KPIs as well. You click rate, open rates. We can dive into the day or daily data too. Say, you had a sale. We type in colon in this case. Let's go back a month. That. Okay, we had a product launch, and so this is kind of nice to see how this product launch, campaign sequence did. We have a combination of SMS and 3 campaigns. They did pretty good. So really nice to be able to see and showcases the clients to say how this product launch do, how this sale do, right? And then you can turn it into a dashboard as well and check it out. So if we actually toggle this off, we have the last 2 months. Go here. Let's go week over week. You actually have your campaign count here, which is kind of really cool. If you're sending more campaigns in a current month, it looks like, we were sending 13 in May and we sent 18 in June. I mean, there's a 5 campaign difference there, right? And that will affect like all the metrics as well. You can definitely paint a picture here with some of the data and how it changes over time. So really cool tool as well for really diving deep into campaign analytics. Here is segment performance. So this is like a big thing that all agencies asked for, and it was like really important that we were able to deliver this. To be very clear, it's not completely automated, but all it requires is a campaign export and CSV. And so if we hop on a call, we can break it out further. Basically, you export CSV from Klaviyo, you drop it into a Google Drive we send you, and you will get all the segment data for any of those campaigns that you sent. Okay, so if we go to, let's go here, this colon flush email, we get a campaign breakdown. First off, this is showing all the segments and how they've performed over time. So if you're sending multiple segments in one campaign, you can break down, how did each individual segment perform. And so if we go to this colon flush email here, you can see we sent to a bunch of different kind of like engagement bands, and we're now seeing the difference between those segments. Okay, so a bit easier to see on the campaign breakdown. Where we can really make an efficacious decision whether to add or subtract certain segments based off their performance. This is something you can't do with Klaviyo at all. You can see a revenue breakdown, open rate, click, RPR. This has been an amazing tool for us and other agencies to use to really like optimize someone's sending segments, and it might be the biggest lever you could possibly pull for your clients besides these split tests. And so yeah, really like this a lot, just to be able to break this down. To be clear on these segments you're seeing, we have this engage last 30, engage last 60, no overlap. We've excluded the 30-day engage segment. So we can actually really see the actual true effect of sending to these different engagement bands and decide to open up maybe the engage sending segment or reduce it. That's great. Let's go back. So you can also see segment performance over time, right? So this segment breakdown, we can go back let's go back pretty far here. Let's go to the month. We can go the week. We can go crazy with the day, right? And you can really see, steadily this segment has increased in recipients over time. And you can kind of see this kind of performance almost like on average increase over time as well, right? We have open rate, click rate, revenue per recipients, revenue and recipients, key little difference there. You get your weekly, monthly, and even yearly views, which is kind of crazy. But this is amazing for seeing, have open rates start to precipitously drop over time. Looks like they just dropped a little bit. They've just started to drop off here. Click rates we can't really trust right now because of the Hotmail concerns, but great tool for analyzing segment performance. Okay. We have a subject line analysis. We are going to eventually add AI auto categorization because obviously this shows the top 10 performing subject lines. They're all going to be sales, right? Again, you can toggle it by dates in your client, but eventually we like to tag it by newsletter, sale, product launch, stuff like that, and then be able to really see the metrics between what types of campaigns really perform and the subject lines attached to it. Deliverability, really simple, just showing spam rates and complaints, spam complaint rates and bounce rates. So this tool, this part of the tool probably not as useful for most. If you're just doing what you should be doing, your email health shouldn't be a problem. You get your message templates. If you want to just copy and paste this for your clients and do a quick screenshot of your overview, you can give them a really simple and quick way to update them on how their performance is going. And then you can toggle this as well by the dates. And that's pretty much the tool. We took a long time to craft this from scratch, and we're happy with how it's turned out so far. We're working with email agencies currently to make it better and better. We'd love to talk to you to see what your needs are. If there's something that you need automated you don't see, I'm sure we could build it for you, and we could do it much cheaper than any other software developer. We are an agency first, and we have our own proprietary tech stack, and we're offering this now to others. And people have been finding a lot of use out of it. And so you're really meeting people on this call who care really deeply about email and retention, but also have the capability to code. And so if you guys need custom solutions, just book that demo and let's have a chat. I'm sure we could work something out. To note, you can brand this in your agency colors, right? We want this to be your own white labeled tool that you show off to your clients and you're super proud of it, and it makes reporting so much easier. We know how difficult it is when you're doing a bunch of CSV exports and kind of trying to visualize it in Google or Data Studio, and you can't trust those exports because there's so many manual issues going on. So we tried to solve for that, right? Where it is almost completely automated besides segments, but you'd be surprised of how many issues there are when you're trusting someone to do simple CSV exports. Okay, so you can brand it in your colors. If you need an individual client login or a link, because you just want them to see their data and have access to it at all times, go right ahead and ask us, and we're more than happy to do that for you. All we do is just add you to a Slack channel, get you on board with those API keys, and then any other additional needs you need, I'm sure we could deliver for you. So yeah, that's pretty much the tool. We'll keep updating, and I'll keep updating this demo as it gets better and better over time. And I can't wait to talk to you. Please book a call. Just click any of the book demo links below. I appreciate you. Bye.